Hey y'all, this is Mike with Ink and Audible. I am coming back to you with another part in my series, the book's most important question. The book this time is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I am currently actually reading another book by him called King of Ashes and plan on coming back to you soon with a double review. But I wanted to kind of dig into this question that came to me while I was reading the book. Sheriff Crown is actually the first black sheriff in a rural county in Virginia, and he is definitely feeling the pressure of being the first. He is literally obsessed with his perception to all of the white members of the community as well as those around him. He's constantly talking about it, thinking about it, and it's in his thoughts all the time. And that really made me ask, do you still need to be concerned with your perception to white Americans as a black male in America? And I personally, I actually think yes. I think this character is actually obsessed with it, but I think it is important and it remains important. I see it on two sides. I see it as a combination of the professional and personal and those perceptions and how they mix. Now, I personally have always had a pretty tight circle of friends, essentially, black brothers like me that I trust, have been around for a lifetime, have had sort of the same circle of friends for a good long time. But I have been around folks who, brothers who have a wider circle and know a lot of people and have a mix of, the rainbow mix of who they're around. And even to this day, I think when you think about things like power, influence, opportunities, white Americans tend to be closer to those things than us. They tend to have a better chance of seizing those three or getting close to those three than we do. So there is an advantage to having a wider circle. Again, folks I know and have known, fairly well have actually seen opportunities come to them through those that they've actually known personally and had friendships with. And there's a lot of people who try to blend their, personal and professional, and they don't necessarily try to keep them separate. I think those are individuals who see more opportunities and their influence actually grows in some ways. Professionally, just on the professional side, I personally spent some 20 plus years working in marketing and business operations, and in all those years that I worked for now about, I say, 5 different companies, except for one case, it was always, my manager was always white, woman or man, and that was always the case. So that, of course, brings direct influence over your career, your prospects at a company, and what's going to happen to you. Whether you need mentorship, sponsorship, whatever, to kind of excel in your career and grow in your career. So I do think it still matters. You cannot disregard your perception to others. That's my take and that's my view. Now, if you feel a different way, I'd love to hear from somebody who has a totally different view on that, especially somebody who actually has read the book. It would be good to get a different take, and maybe you saw the character a different way. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Again, you're watching Ink and Audible. I will be coming at you pretty soon with a double review again of All Sinners Bleed and King of Ashes. And please subscribe. I hope you're enjoying my content on Ink and Audible and want to hear your voices and get connected with more and more you out there. Peace.